I went for the most beautiful walk with Ralph this morning. The sun was shining, it was really lovely and warm, and the flowers were just poking through the earth. It was so spring-like, and I am getting rather excited for a little bit of warmer weather. So I thought I would come back and film my spring essentials video for you. My whole thing with spring is the scents, the clean girl aesthetic, minimal makeup, good skin, flushed cheeks, just very girly. So let's get on with it. We can't talk about spring without talking about spring cleaning, and I am not talking about houses, although mine really does need a good clean. We're talking about makeup brushes. Now, I recently cleaned my makeup brushes with a new product. I'm loving this. This is my new go-to for cleaning my brushes. I do tend to cleanse them quite a lot. It's at least every other week I sit down and clean my brushes because I do have quite problematic skin. So I feel like the more I clean my brushes, the better my skin becomes because I'm not passing that bacteria onto my skin. And I do keep my brushes in little pots, so they are open to the elements, so I do clean them every couple of weeks. If you haven't cleaned your brushes for a while, you are doing your skin a disservice. This product is so good. It's from Me Cosmetics and it's the Cleanse and Care Brush Balm. It's so easy to use. I featured this over on my other platform just to share how easy it was. All you need to do, wet the brush, just give it a swipe within the product, get this all into the bristles, and then rinse it off. The set comes with everything you need, and this is going to last such a long time. I have a lot of brushes. I tend to clean my brushes in stints, so I do my eye makeup brushes on one day and I do my face brushes on another day, but it's effortless with this. Set your iPad up, watch something good whilst you cleanse, and it's really therapeutic. So good, just so relaxing and very easy, and you're not there for ages trying to get residue out of your brushes because this is so kind to the brushes. It really does soften the bristles. It looks after the brushes. You don't need to really go in there and be aggressive with your brushes. If you've got really expensive brushes like me, you can be very gentle, and it cleanses effortlessly. So, and I've spoken about that enough. Really good product. Now is the time, if you haven't done it for a while, get your brushes out, give them a thorough clean. Let's talk about good skin. Now, I have problematic skin. I get pimples, blemishes quite frequently, especially when I'm hormonal around about this region. And if you squeeze them, regardless of how trained you are, and I am an esthetician by trade, you can get scarring if you're not careful, especially if you're using those little pimple tools, which I definitely don't recommend. I do recommend these, however. Now, usually I use the Remedy pimple patches. These are absolutely fantastic, but I was running low on these, so thought I would pick these up from Revolution. These are semi-new to market. They are the Skin Super Dart Microneedle Spot Patches, and I am really enjoying them. For the main reason that often when you're using a pimple patch, the surface of the skin has to be slightly broken. When I say broken, I mean the tiniest bit for the pimple patch to draw all the impurities out of the skin. There has to be an outlet, and sometimes that outlet is blocked, so the pimple patch can't do anything. With the micro needling little darts, you get quite a few on a strip anyway, so there are 9 within the pack, and each individual one, I'm not sure if you'll see that up close, has little mini darts on there which slightly break the skin without leaving a mark to allow the salicylic acid to get deep into the pore and draw out those impurities. I absolutely love these because when you take the pimple patch off, not only are the impurities removed from the pore, but also your pimple is less red, it's less angry, it's calmer, it looks half the size. You can quite easily cover it over with a little bit of makeup, or it might not even be there at all by the time you wake up in the morning. I do like to sleep in mine overnight. You do need these on for around about 4 hours for them to work. But if you wake up in the morning and you see an unwelcome visitor somewhere on your face and you do have a little bit of time, you can pop them on in the morning and they are pretty much invisible. So massive, massive hit with me, and I do go through quite a few of these because as soon as I can feel one coming, on it goes. This next product is for all skin types, not just for those with problematic skin, although if you do have problematic skin like me, you can also use this as well. Also, you can use it if you've got sensitive skin as well. It's a K-beauty product, we all know. I love a bit of K-beauty. This is from Beauty of Joseon, and it's the Ground Rice and Honey Glow Mask. And glow is definitely what this is going to give you, because this will exfoliate very, very gently, just showing that beautiful, new, fresh, vibrant, glowy skin beneath. It's also got a little bit of kaolin clay in there, so it will wipe up and mop up any excess sebum without drying your skin. This is not one of those masks that's going to go really, really hard and uncomfortable after a while. It tends to stay very malleable. It's also going to seriously hydrate deep down in the skin. It's going to address any sensitivities, really calming the skin. It's got brightening antioxidants in there. It purifies the pores, improves skin elasticity, and calms inflammation. I mean, all in one little tub. This is so comfortable to use. You don't need masses of product. So once again, this tub's going to last me a really long time. I don't use this every single day. I tend to get in a bath and I have this on throughout the entire duration of my bath and then wipe it off. 10 to 15 minutes really is all that is required with this, and I use it once or twice a week. It's such a lovely product and always makes me feel like I'm really looking after my skin. No fragrance, no essential oils. It's just fantastic. You can't look after your skin properly if you're not wearing an SPF on a daily basis, and this one is so good. It's the one that I've been wearing most recently. It's from L'Oreal and it's the Bright Reveal SPF 50 Daily Fluid Tinted Glow, and glow is what this is going to give you. It gives you the tiniest little bit of coverage. It definitely evens out my skin tone. It doesn't look like makeup. It sinks in straight away. It doesn't leave a tacky residue, and it doesn't pill underneath makeup. So, you know, it's one of those SPFs that really gets on with my skin. This one does contain alcohol, so if you are sensitive to alcohol, you may want to give this one a miss, but my skin is also sensitive to alcohol and I can get away with this. It doesn't irritate my skin at all, and it is so gentle. I can put it underneath my eyes and on my eyelids with no stinging to my eyes at all. This is one of those products that if you are pushed for time in the morning, if there is a choice because of the time limit of either a tinted moisturizer or an SPF, I would go for the SPF every single time, but this SPF is going to give you that little bit of coverage that, like I said, is going to even your skin tone out, and it looks like a tinted moisturizer. So it's a win-win all round for me. I wore this today. It is beautiful under makeup, and I don't have a bad word to say about it. It is a really nice product with really, really strong SPF filters. Moving on to girly flush cheeks, make yourself look like you've been running through the fields chasing after the person you love, namely my dog. Usually. I was introduced to Reason at a recent event, and I am so glad that I was. So I absolutely love the Reason bronzer, and I'm now turned on to the Reason blush. This is like a moussey cream consistency, but because of the moussiness, it's quite a dry cream. So because of that, it doesn't slide off my cheek throughout the day. Once this is on, so easy to blend out, and then it sticks. It's going nowhere. This is the blush that I have on my cheeks today. It gives you a little bit of a sheen on the surface, but not too much. So if you do have imperfections, imperfections, a little bit of texture on the cheeks that you're wanting to disguise with your blush, this does that. It doesn't emphasize texture, open pores, that sort of thing. It's the happy medium of a blush. It's not overly glowy, but it's definitely not a flat matte. And it's just so easy to apply. You can apply this with your fingers, although I do find the container a little bit small for that, especially if you've got long nails. I like to use the Refa 17 brush. It fits perfectly in this container. Dab it a couple of times, make sure you've not got too much on your brush, and then just stipple on the cheeks. And you know, like I said, so easy to blend. Comes with a plastic cap. So easy to travel. It looks like it's a glass container. It looks very, very classy and chic, but actually this is plastic. So if you are clumsy like me, you're onto a winner once again, because you can drop this and it's not gonna smash absolutely everywhere. And I've actually dropped this a few times now and it's all still intact. Another product that's featured on the other platform that I've been so impressed with over the last month, in fact, it hasn't been off my nails, is the Active Glow from Manicurist. These products are beautiful. They are 95% natural origin. They also use recyclable products where they possibly can. They are very, very conscious about the environment. Somebody asked me if they still smelt like nail polish. That they do. They definitely still smell like that polish, but that is a bonus for me because I absolutely love the smell of nail polish. I could sniff it all day. That's, you know, one of my vices. I try not to, but these are so beautiful. Not only on the nails, it gives you that clean girl, very classy, pinky sheen on the surface of the nail. And this has been on since Saturday. We are now on Wednesday, and these look so shiny still, absolutely beautiful, and they are solid, really beautifully strong. Not only do these look beautiful on the nails, and I'm not just talking about the Raspberry Active Glow, there's also an Active Bright as well, which is a white. It's very, very subtle white. It gives you a milky effect to the surface of the nail, which I think is incredibly classy, very, very beautiful. Both of these have been my favorites to wear, and they are both very beneficial for the nail. So these are going to nourish the nail, look after the nail, strengthen the nail as well, all whilst they're looking absolutely stunning. So absolutely love these. I did not think I would do. I thought they were a little gimmicky when I first got my hands on them, but I'm sold. I'm absolutely sold, and I think they're perfect for spring. Let's talk about the smells of spring. If you are a regular to my channel, you know I like to be smelt before I even enter a room, and this fragrance definitely does that for me. This isn't my usual fragrance. This was actually sent to me by Viro. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway.
Viro.
It's not my usual go-to, but it has transformed the way that I feel about fragrance. So usually in spring I would go for a very light floral. This is more heavier. This is a deep floral, and I am here for it. It is so punchy. It is definitely a statement. I love a rose fragrance. Rose scents are definitely my thing. So this has Turkish rose oil in here. It also has violet leaf. Then you've got sandalwood and patchouli and pink pepper and black tobacco. And it's that black tobacco that gives it a little bit of punch right from the base and makes this last such a long time. The rose scent as well doesn't dissipate very quickly. This lasts on my skin for a really long time, and it lasts whether I'm spraying it direct onto my skin or whether I'm spraying it onto my clothing. I wore this the other week. My mum said I smelt absolutely divine. You need very little of it. I obviously douse myself in it because, you know, just my thing, but it is beautiful. If you are wanting a statement perfume that is very floral and very spring-like, but has a bit of depth and a little bit of oomph to it as well, Look no further. It is stunning. And finally, we've got another scent in the form of a body wash. This reminds me of a product that you might receive in a really plush Airbnb country retreat cottage. You know, those big houses that you go to with your family and get absolutely spoilt rotten. This reminds me of a product that may feature in one of their bathrooms or a really posh hotel. This is from Space NK and it's the Nordic Wilds body wash. This is a miniature version that I got in a Christmas stocking that I haven't opened yet because I do have a rather large version with a pump on it that is by my bath that I have been using and is probably 3/4 gone now, so this will probably top up that product rather than me using it from this container, but it is so beautiful. So the notes in here, we've got black pepper, juniper berry and tonka bean. This is such a fresh fragrance, a little bit like smelling the forest after the first rain. Do you understand what I mean? It's like it's a really beautiful scent that lingers on the skin but feels earthy and fresh. I really love it. All year round, in fact, not just for spring. But it is just so fresh and inviting. It's also invigorating on my skin. It's incredibly soothing and calming. It does have Centella asiatica in here, and it's got a very gentle foaming action. So it will cleanse your skin, but it will do it in a very gentle way. I don't find this drying at all. If you have dry skin, you're probably going to be able to get away with this. But if you do have dry skin and you've tried this in the past and you find you've had a reaction to it, please let everybody know in the comments section. It is perfection for me, and it just makes me come alive. So it's absolutely perfect for those morning showers. So they are my spring essential products that I am absolutely loving using at the moment. Please tell me what your spring essential products are. I'll also do a summer essentials when we get closer to summer, because you'll find that my whole vibe changes as we're going into summer. I do love the seasons here in the UK, and I tend to go for a different aesthetic in each individual season, and definitely a different scent. You know, it's just a whole vibe living in the UK. It's usually very cold, blue lips, but you know, it's a whole vibe. Please let me know what your spring essentials are. Let me know in the comments section. Please also don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave, and hope to see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.